the Zirkzank says. This is a different episode. I'm trying something different again. That's what I do here on the show. You know, I always push the barrier. You know, breaking new frontiers. And in this episode, I'm gonna start by saying that the other episodes that I'm gonna do following this one are probably gonna follow some of the other things here. I'm gonna talk about things like the cumulative bullshit of the past and how that combines with the cumulative bullshit that's yet to come, and the way that things interact with each other, the pattern, so like patterns and interactions in just every aspect of everything in life, like socially and scientifically and culturally. So like social culture, laws and regulations, trends and memes, and scientific progress, technological progress included in that, and then going into more detail with those in particular. This is mostly like the sort of stuff that I find interesting. I suppose in there somewhere you could include stuff like gaming. I'm gonna just add that now. Gaming. In fact, no. That would go into its own. So like, this is part of social culture, entertainment, I'd say. Could give it its own category. Films, music, television. Oh shit, my thing's getting too long. Well, here we go. I could put into here cartoons, anime, because that's kind of like films and television, music, gaming. Somewhere in here, to be honest, there should be like an addition of like comics. No. Books. Like comics, novels, poetry, manga, hentai, doujinshi. Put that in here as well. Hentai, CG, like 3D CG, that kind of stuff. Gaming. There's tons of shit like within gaming that I could be talking about. But yeah, this is the live brainstorming of video topics that are yet to come. I think there's a lot to talk about, like the exciting things that are coming up, and some of the good stuff that we've had in the past and how that's influenced the future. Like for example, I don't want to give any examples, because thinking of examples for things on the spot is probably one of the hardest things you can do. If you're trying to get into a discussion or trying to explain something to somebody and you want to use an analogy or think of an example, the hardest thing you can do to make things more difficult for yourself is to try and think of an analogy on the spot. Because analogies, at least for me, they take a lot of mental effort to think of a good analogy, and that's why I should have thought of some analogies before trying to say that, but I didn't. So yeah, that's like a little preview of what's yet to come. I think for those I might do some presentation like things, so like like a PowerPoint, but Google Slides instead of PowerPoint, because rep the Google. Google's better. Films and television, I forgot to add on to here. I'll do it like this instead. Video, film, television, YouTube. That's a pretty big sort of thing. Music, I don't know. I like music, but I like a lot of different music, so that's why I want to talk about that. How music has become quite a marketed thing as opposed to being about actual music, like classical compositions, or about finding the talent of people who have good voices, or people who have really like fast fingers for doing complicated musical stuff on pianos and violins and keyboards, guitars and that sort of thing, or flutes, just all kinds of different instruments. People being good at them isn't a factor anymore. It's more about how catchy of a tune you can make in the pop world. Then in the indie world, it's sort of about how weird you can make your music. It's like people aren't necessarily going for, right, let's make something that sounds as good as possible. They're trying to make it in different areas, like trying to do something obscure or trying to do something that's mathematically appealing to market, like something that gets stuck in someone's head for a week and then they'll forget about it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can talk about music. I kind of talked about most of what I would talk about anyway, but these are the topics to expect. So if you want to see me bumbling and making up a bunch of random shit about any of the topics that are in this list, I suppose in the thing it's over there. Look over here. Oh, do you like my list over there? Ooh, fancy stuff over there on that list. Yeah. Looking over to the thing so I can see if I press the button in the correct place. There we go. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.